and we will present to you the types of research.
In terms of nature and purpose of the study, there are two types: basic, fundamental or theoretical research, investigates the basic reasons and principles behind the occurrence of a particular phenomenon or event. Thus, this type of research may not lead to an immediate use or application. It enhances our knowledge and understanding of the world around us and may lead us to formulation of theories. Applied research focuses on finding solutions to problems that we encounter in society and organizations. We use the theories and principles derived from basic research to determine possible uses or applications in solving problems.
Basic and applied research are further divided into the following methods: qualitative, quantitative.
The qualitative method does not require statistical manipulation. It deals with non-quantifiable phenomena such as experiences with the intention of understanding a phenomenon through a holistic description and exploration of the meaning, nature and the dynamics of the said phenomenon or situation. It is the method used when we are trying to answer questions about the who, what, when, why or how of human experiences.
The qualitative method has the following characteristics. It's non-numerical. It's descriptive. It's exploratory. It's narrative. It's observative. In terms of purpose, it primarily aims to know the meaning, nature, and dynamics of a particular phenomenon or situation. In this method we can do interviews, surveys, or use focus groups. The quantitative method, on the other hand, is a systematic investigation of observable phenomena through a computational, mathematical, and statistical techniques, expecting that the analysis will provide logical and unbiased results. In terms of purpose, it aims to develop mathematical models that pertain to the quantifiable phenomena under investigation. This type of research aims in answering the how much, magnitude or how much of a relationship, or how many. Thus its results are presented in tables and graphs.
Within the methods, it is possible to have two approaches: deductive, inductive.
Deductive. This approach is concerned with developing a hypothesis or hypotheses based on existing theory, and then designing a research strategy to test the hypothesis. The reasoning goes from the general to the particular. It makes particular conclusions from a universal law. Consists of the following steps. 1. Determines the most important fact of the phenomenon to analyze. 2. Deducts the constant relationships of constant nature that give place to the phenomenon. 3. Based on the previous deductions, the hypothesis is formulated. 4. From the previous process, laws are deduced.
Inductive. This is the approach by which we draw a general conclusion from individual instances or observations. Supports the generation of new theory. The reasoning goes from the particular to the general.
Given that theories and observations are the two pillars of science, scientific research operates at two levels, a theoretical level and an empirical level. The theoretical level is concerned with developing abstract concepts about a natural or social phenomenon and relationships between those concepts, that is, build theories, while the empirical level is concerned with testing the theoretical concepts and relationships to see how well they reflect our observations of reality, with the goal of ultimately building better theories.
Types of scientific research. Depending on the purpose of research, scientific research projects can be grouped into three types: exploratory, descriptive, explanatory.
Exploratory research is often conducted in new areas of inquiry, where the goals of the research are: 1. To scope out the magnitude or extent of a particular phenomenon, problem, or behavior. 2. To generate some initial ideas about that phenomenon. Or 3. To test the feasibility of undertaking a more extensive study regarding that phenomenon.
Descriptive research is directed at making careful observations and detailed documentation of a phenomenon of interest. These observations must be based on the scientific method, that is, must be replicable, precise, etc., and therefore, are more reliable than casual observations by untrained people.
Explanatory research seeks explanations of observed phenomena, problems, or behaviors. While descriptive research examines the what, where, and when of a phenomenon, explanatory research seeks answers to why and how types of questions. It attempts to connect the dots in research by identifying causal factors and outcomes of the target phenomenon.
As mentioned in the previous session, scientific research can be defined as a series of steps that should be followed to gain knowledge in regards to a topic, and it is sought through the application of certain methods and principles. Remember, it is very important for you to understand all these terms and when to use them, because you will have to describe and justify the method you will use when writing the methodology section of your research proposal.
From the standpoint of view of professors, researchers and students, research is, professors, researchers, generative. Generative research is about taking the research you have conducted and being able to use those insights to decide on which problem you want to solve and create solutions for it. These solutions are generally new or an improvement from an existing problem. Students, formative. It is understood as the learning process in the development of a research culture in the student beyond obtaining concrete scientific results. And the purpose of each is, generative, create knowledge. Formative, recreate knowledge.
Now it's your turn. Answer these questions. You are going to record yourself answering these questions. You are going to record the synthetic voice and your voice as if it were a conversation. You have 10 seconds to answer. Give complete answers. Give reasons. Use the 10 seconds to answer. Don't stop speaking. The file type you submit to your teacher must be MP3. If you need more than 10 seconds, stop this video and record your answer, then resume this video and continue with your recording.
You are going to practice several times answering these questions. When you think you are ready, record yourself with the speech-to-text microphone in WhatsApp in your cell phone. If it shows the words that you are saying, then your pronunciation is correct. If not, check your pronunciation. Find a voice synthesis application so that you copy and paste what you are trying to say and listen to how the words are pronounced. Then try again until you pronounce correctly. When you are able to pronounce correctly, then record the questions and your answers using your cell phone and submit it to your teacher.
1. Escucha las preguntas primero. 2. Escribe tus respuestas. 3. Practica leyendo tus respuestas con tu celular en el modo de voz a texto para que verifiques que se escriben correctamente las palabras que dices. También puedes usar otro programa de reconocimiento de voz o de dictado. 4. Cuando pronuncies bien, graba la conversación. Si pronuncias mal, no envíes tu archivo hasta que lo hagas correctamente.
What is basic research? What is applied research? What is the difference between quantitative research and qualitative research? What is the difference between deductive research and inductive research? Can you have a research that is quantitative and deductive at the same time? Why or why not? This is the end of the session. See you in our next Hands on the Writing a Research Proposal Flipped Classroom session.